Kings and queens, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having a fantastic day and you're doing well. There is a lot of information that just happened from the developer live stream, so let's go over and cover everything that has been introduced. First and foremost, the biggest news is that Alan Wake is now officially in the game. You can get your hands on him, as well as some awesome collections that they have right now. We're also going to be live on Twitch today, giving away some DLC codes either today or tomorrow. So hopefully we see you guys there. If you want to enter, just be there whenever we're saying the keyword in chat. Big thank you to Dead by Daylight for giving me these codes as well in order to give them away. So that's right, Alan Wake has officially joined the fog today. There is a lot of cool Easter eggs if you are a Alan Wake fan. I'm going to have a dedicated video talking about all the little secrets and Easter eggs that are correlating between these two collaborations. Nonetheless, you can get your hands on this chapter. Quickly go over his perks. We have Champion of Light. Whenever you're holding a flashlight, grants a 50% haste status effect, and successfully blinding a killer with a flashlight will make them suffer from 20% hindered. This has a cooldown for 60 seconds. Boon Illumination. You basically put a boon totem up, and within 24 meters, all auras of chests and generators will be highlighted to you in blue. As long as you're in that boon totem, you'll see all of them. And then finally, we have Deadline, which increases the odds of triggering skill checks by 10%, and it causes the skill checks to also be happening in random places. This, however, will reduce the penalty of a missed skill check by 50%. The coolest thing, in my opinion, about all of this is the skins that we're getting with the Alan Wake DLC. Essentially, we are getting Mr. Scratch in the Tome. Long story short, if you don't know Mr. Scratch because you haven't played Alan Wake, essentially, Alan Wake got trapped into this dark realm, and replacing him was a doppelganger named Mr. Scratch, who was possessed by a dark entity. Essentially, Mr. Scratch wreaks havoc, and that essentially is the evil Alan Wake. So we are going to be able to play as him, along with other characters in the fog that are also going to be the more evil themselves, which looks really, really cool. I'm excited to see what that's going to entail lore-wise. We also have some brand new cosmetics in this Alan Wake collection for some characters as well from Alan Wake. We are getting Rose Marigold, which is super, super cool as a legendary skin. On top of that, we are also getting Saga Anderson in the game. This is really cool. Again, a lot of lore-related things. She's basically the main character in Alan Wake 2, and it all correlates together if you're an Alan Wake fan. Again, I'll have a video dedicated to all of this stuff tomorrow, but this is really, really damn cool, and I'm super excited. There's so much cool cosmetics as well for Alan Wake himself, so they've done a really good job. On top of this, as I mentioned, there is going to be a tome featuring Mr. Scratch and some of the other characters. This is coming out tomorrow, not today. All right, carrying on forward, Twitch drops have made their return. You can also come out to my stream if you want to get some Twitch drops. This will be for a Meg outfit. Now, this Meg outfit will only be here for 2 weeks, so make sure you're getting your hands on it. You have to watch for a total of 3 hours on anyone that has Twitch drops available, and you'll be able to get them. Next on the list, we have some exciting news about the Iron Maiden collection. That's right, we have our first look of what it's going to look like, and take a look. This is absolutely amazing. I mean, it doesn't get better than this. They have done such a fantastic job with the collection. I'm sure you guys are going to be over the moon with it. And they also mentioned that a licensed song will be playing when you have these equipped in the shop. This is really, really awesome. I'm really looking forward to this. I'm super happy for the Iron Maiden fans, and this is coming out very, very soon, so stay tuned for that. Really exciting stuff. Our first bits of info about the Lights Out modifier that's coming into Dead by Daylight, which is pretty much a new game mode. This is going to be separate from the core game itself, so if you just want to play good old DBD, you still can do that. If you want to play this new modifier, you can do that as well. So here's some cool information. First and foremost, the Dark World modifier will essentially make everything dark, and there's going to be no HUD. You're going to have absolutely no HUD whatsoever. There's also going to be a random map pool, so you will get 4 maps in total: Mount Ormond, Treatment Fader, Family Residence, and the Shattered Square. There's going to be more chests on the map with some better items in them as well. Now, here is where it gets really, really interesting with the next set of rules. Essentially, there is no loadout for the killer or the survivor. The killer cannot see survivor scratch marks whatsoever. You cannot bring in items, perks, offerings, or add-ons on both sides, and the killer has no tear radius. That is going to be absolutely scary. I know this is going to be super fun, and it all correlates with Alan Wake as well with the lights out, which just kind of makes sense for them to do this as their first game mode. I know a lot of people in the comments have been, protesting about some things, saying that maybe this game mode isn't something that anybody has necessarily voted for. However, this is a nice introduction to these modifiers because it's plain, it's simple, it doesn't go over the top introducing a ton of new features. It ties in with Alan Wake as well, so it's a nice starter, essentially. And hopefully, we can get some better and bigger game modes coming in the future, but for now, I think this is a good introductory point. Finally, there's been some quality of life changes to the Toome coming up, and they have really reduced the grind. I'm really happy about this. First and foremost, they said that the normal challenges in the Toome have been bumped up from 3 rift fragments to 5 rift fragments in total, meaning that every challenge that you complete will give you at minimum 5 rift fragments. They said that the master challenges, these are the ones that typically give you 5, will now give you 8. And finally, challenges per level have been reduced from 20 to 17. The reason they're making these changes is because they just want the average person playing the Rift to be able to complete it. I know in other games it's a lot easier to complete the Rift. You don't even need to think about the challenges sometimes. So this is a good way of them doing this. You'll be able to complete the Rift more often than not, but almost double the Rift fragments in all of these sections. And in due time, you'll be saving tons and tons of time. So that's really, really awesome. Shout out to DBT for making it really easy for this. They've really gone forward with reducing the grind, and I'm happy to hear about that. Last but not least, I forgot to mention this earlier, but there is a Lunar New Year collection as well. I'll show the image on screen. Pretty damn cool. These Lunar New Year outfits always blow me away, so I'm super duper pumped about that. Well, there you go, guys. That is pretty much going to do it for me. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure you leave a like down below and subscribe for more content. Don't forget, we're live now on Twitch, twitch.tv/theking. Hopefully, we see you there. We are going to be live streaming as well for Steam. Shout out to DBD for the opportunity. So, no intro or outro today, and codes will be coming on later. But yeah, should be some good fun. Alrighty, as always, I'm the King. I did my crown to you guys, and we'll see you in the fog.